All right, I thought it was a good work day. I talked Tuesday about really wanting to push the tempo, and I thought for the most part of practice, you saw a sense of urgency for that. Just how guys were operating between plays. Really trying to push. Some good competitive drills. Mixing in some situations. As you get into it, being our fifth practice. I mean, you're trying to force guys to think more and to be able to apply the situations rather than just getting out there and just running plays. And it was good situational work for some newcomers. Like what we're seeing. And I mean, the guys are a lot of competition. Offense versus defense, a lot of competition within position groups. Guys trying to establish themselves and define roles and opportunities. And I like the work that I'm seeing. So I thought today was a good day. Leading up into Saturday, which will be our first scrimmage, it'll be great for these guys to go out there and show exactly where they are and continue to push to get better.
Will Saturday be situational based, or how do you kind of approach the first
one? There'll be a lot of situations. We'll go more situations Saturday than the second one. Will be a little bit more let flow, but we'll get quality work with it. But I want to make sure that we get some of the situations coming out of Saturday.
When you previewed this spring, you talked about the second quarterback job and the competition there. What have you seen from that group, the three guys competing through 5 days?
Yeah, they're doing a good job, and there's been some back and forth, between practices. I think they all those guys have elevated their game. I think they've all played well. When you're looking at a competitive, consistency of production. They've had some days where one guy's performing better than the other, and then it's kind of flipped the next day. So Saturday will be big for them. Brock is really coming along. His last practice was probably his best practice. And today you got some different situations, I'm excited about what he's been able to do in a short period. His opportunities are going to continue to increase as he's growing in his understanding. And then obviously, like I said, Saturday will be big for those guys.
Last year it seemed like Brendan was a guy learning linebacker. Does he look like a linebacker now?
Yeah, he's coming along, and he's really got. That was in the fall is whenever he kind of made that transition to it. So it was a lot of it, just hitting the ground running. He was able to go out there and bring some productive plays for us. Now it's taking the next step within that within his game, and the details, the fundamentals, all the things, having confidence in the calls and the adjustments that he might see. I think he's flashed it sometimes here early in spring. I definitely think it's a good move for him, and it's one that I think he's going to be able to help us overall in production.
And what do you see from the other, like DJ and Steven Diggs coming back?
I think those guys are doing a good job. Obviously, Qae'Shon, Tatum, those guys played a lot of ball. It's DJ Lundy as well, and I thought DJ, going back and watching last year and just the steps that he was able to take throughout the season, I think he's really taken his game to another level. He's as good as he's been physically out here. The way that he's moving, I think he's a physical, tough player that can move. And so I like what I'm seeing there. Steven, coming off the injury, it's really been good the way that he's been able to transition back. And I like what I'm seeing from Omar Graham, and obviously it's with DeMarco, he's still coming out figuring out, but he's done some good things here early too. So I like what I'm seeing from that group, and they're continuing to push.
Josh Farmer, I know, kind of got thrown into a bigger role than maybe he thought he was going to have when Fabian went down last year. How do you see him grow through that? Where do you see at now, kind of going into year 3?
He's playing at a high level. He made a couple of really good plays today. And it's the consistency, in all things. Last year, he had some flash plays. He was able to create some TFLs. He was able to do it. It's just, the consistency of trusting his technique, trusting his fundamentals. Those things are getting better, and we're seeing that show up here in practice. We still want to take that to another level, but excited about what he's doing.
The drill you guys do, the special teams drill where somebody's got to run back and turn around and block.
That is a heck of a description.
I don't know how to describe it. But you guys, it seems like is the grading there mostly effort, or is it technique?
No, I mean there's an objective. I mean it's a work. We in each of those competitive drills, we do a lot of them in the spring. We do a lot of them in fall camp. We try to put them in as many realistic situations of what they'll see whether it's speed, an objective of the drill, whether it's kickoff return, kickoff cover, trying to create space for the block or defeat a block, and then today was working more of a speed zone emphasis, and so I wanted to see guys be able to react in short spaces with quick reactions, and then obviously guys in the return units being able to stay between their man and the leverage that they're trying to keep. So that was my response to your description of whatever that drill was.
When someone like Qae'Shon Deloach, who's established and been here for a while, performs in that sort of drill to that level of intensity, like what does that say about him, where he's at, as a leadership standpoint?
Yeah, no, I mean that's Qae'Shon, I challenged you yesterday. I was like, I want to see him come out here and be that guy, because he is so capable. And I thought today, he really embraced that. From watching the defense take the field, coming off the sideline. I mean, he's the first one out there, and I think he accepted the challenge, and you saw him in some of the drill work. I mean, he was really, really good. And so I was proud of him for how he showed up today, and that's what you want. I mean, it's however many plays you played here. I mean, go be better. It's nobody's a finished product. I mean, everyone in this program has to get better. Myself, coaches, each player. That's the objective of what we're here to do every day. And so, just the intensity of what you can bring, trying to gain that improvement, it's critical.
You talked about all the competitions, all the position battles. I know you're not kind of making determinations there. It's only the spring now, but how do you weigh a scrimmage relative to normal practice when you come to how guys perform or handle that moment?
Well, I mean, they have to be out there and themselves. I mean, you're going to see exactly where they are. We're going to have coaches in the press box. We're just going to be we're going to run it as much like a game in operation that we can. And what do guys do in that moment? And how fast they play. How do they show up with the ACC officials here? It's going to be as much like a game as possible that we can. We're going to put them in situations, but I want to see how they're going to perform when there's not the assistance of maybe coaches that can yell at them or different things like that. So try to just get a real picture of where they are.
What do you think a scrimmage would do for a guy like Qae'Shon? It seems like this week has had 2 really good days. I mean, would that be more for his sort of confidence, or would it open up?
I think he's very confident. He's done some of he's done it in games. I mean, he's played at a high level, and he's getting increased opportunities because he earned increased opportunities. And I think if he's not confident, then he needs to go back and watch himself, because I think that he's got a great future. We're really excited, and he is playing that way. That's where this week he's done some great things, and I want him to go get better in the scrimmage. I'm definitely pleased with the strides that he's taken.
From a consistency standpoint, is this one of the better stretches he's had, Qae'Shon?
Yeah, I mean he's yes, I would say that. I mean, he's playing at a high level, and I do think that you grow in all areas, and it's just the details, fundamentals of strength. I mean, people forget that he didn't play. He was 1 year in high school playing football, so he's still at the early stages of where his ceiling is, and but you see the strength in his movements. Obviously the way that he's been able to play, and I think, like I said, a lot of that was established from last year when he was able to go out and do it in games. And now it's just that you're looking for that consistency, and it's showing up.
We focus a lot on the veteran offensive linemen and then the transfers. But how about those younger guys? How have they been doing? Daughtry and some of those guys.
That's good. I mean, Daughtry. Sometimes we forget. When you're looking at a group, it's about the consistent development, and everybody comes in at a different place. I think Julian Armella's had a great 5 days. I'm going to go back and watch tonight, but I mean, I've been really pleased with his strides. Jalen Early showing some really good things. Sapp's coming along. Daughtry, I thought I saw him today with some really good moments. confidence. And it's just him building the confidence and the technique, the fundamentals. That is the hardest position to come in and play early, because there's just so much that goes into it. And you know, just seeing him take some positive strides today was good. And so you know, Bill, you'll watch it, but I mean, that's a good group. And you know, obviously you couple that with some guys that have experience, you guys that played here, and then guys that have come in and played. I mean, there's a lot of competition.
Feel good?